If you were not subscribed to the Patreon, we hit the Titans money line, we hit the New England money line yesterday, and we hit the Washington money line yesterday. And if you were not a part of that, then you really missed out. But we are back. Sorry about that. It is Monday, October 6th. Been a little bit, a little shaky, trying to get back, into the rhythm here. Been under the weather a little bit, but we're back. NFL Monday Night Football, October 6th. Kansas City versus Jacksonville. And let's get started with the opening odds. All right, Kansas City opens at minus 218 as a favorite. Jacksonville is plus 180 as an underdog. And let me pull the notes up. Let me increase the size here. One moment. There we go. All right. Now, as you can see, the opening odds have been reduced. This is called reduction when you add the integers, separate the integers and add them together. 21 plus 8 is 29. 2 plus 18 is 20. And 2 plus 1 plus 8 is 11. And as you can see, these are the opening money line odds. They are the most telling. Currently, the spread is at 3.5 points, minus 110 cost even for both teams. Over under is at the total is at 45.5, minus 105 going over, minus 115 going under. But let's see where the spread opened currently. We're going to go back over those odds again. Opened at minus 4.5 points. Once again, we can look here as well. 4.5 points at minus 112 cost. 4.5 point underdogs, or the Jaguars, at minus 108 cost. Over under started at 47.5. Now it is reduced. It has gone down, I should say, since then. Currently it is at 45.5. As you can see, it went from 47.5 to 46.5. Now 45.5. Minus 110 cost even there. Currently it is at minus 105 over, minus 115 going under the 45.5. All right. Kansas City money line is at minus 200, plus 168 for Jacksonville. And let's go over the odds movements, but I will go over that. Go back up. There we go. Okay, I was wondering what happened. Scrolled too fast. All right. Let's go over the expected value real quick. Since we just went over the opening odds and the current odds, we're going to go over the expected value. Expected value is what a bettor can expect to win or lose on each bet placed on the same odds time and time again. And let me show you what we based that off of. The opening odds, 66% win percentage for Kansas City. That is based off the 218 and plus 180 for Jacksonville, which is where we started. That also gives Jacksonville a 34% win percentage, which also gives Jacksonville a negative $4. Let me scroll down so that you can see the formula and everything. We're going to include that later. All right. Negative $4.80 expected value. Most expected values are going to be in the negative, but on the Patreon, I'm going to show you the positive expected value props. Guaranteed positive expected value props, as well as the MLB as well. Also, we got MLB on the Patreon today as well, postseason. We will continue that. But yeah, been a little bit under the weather, but we're back now. All right. That gives Kansas City a negative $3.72 expected value for the opening, that is. Now, for the current, which is based off the minus 190 plus 160, which it has changed. I'm glad I mentioned that. Minus 190 plus 160. What did I say it was earlier? Minus 200 plus 168. That was as of a few hours ago when I put down this information. Now we're going to adjust that based off the splits, as you can see right here. And of course the picks will be on the Patreon. Link is in the description and in the video. But yeah, let's continue. Based off the minus 200 Kansas City money line currently, that gives them a negative $4 expected value. 36, which is a 64% win percentage. 36% win percentage based off the plus 168 at minus. That gives Jacksonville, I should say, a negative $3.52 expected value. And it is all based off $100 wagers, and the formula is right here, just in case you haven't seen it. Now these odds have changed, obviously. Minus 190 now to plus 160 for Jacksonville. And we'll go over that in a moment when we refresh these splits, as you can see right here. We're going to refresh that in a moment because that is based off global sportsbook averages and it is in real time. It is in real time. Now, currently, the splits look like this. 93% of the money going in Kansas City's favor, 98% going in Kansas City's favor on the money, 93% of the betting going in Kansas City's favor, that is. 70% based off the 3.5 point favorite Chiefs. The betting is going in their favor, 70%. 79% of the money is going in Kansas City's favor on the spread. Over under 45.5. It has been reduced from 47.5 to 46.5, now 45.5. Minus 105 calls going over, minus 115 going under. We'll see if that held up. Over 64%, under 36%. Over on the money, 73%, 27% going under. Now, let's go over the odds movements throughout the week. Now, this one I'm just going to base it on the Wednesday and the Sunday because those are the most distinct from last week. I took down every day of the week, but if they don't move much between those days, I don't include them. Also, it'll make for a shorter video. Now, on Wednesday, sorry about that, October the 1st, negative 72, minus 172 in favor of Kansas City on the money line, plus 144 in favor of Jacksonville on the money line. Once again, it's very similar to what it is now. 93% of the betting going in Kansas City's favor, 7% going in Jacksonville, 99% of the money going in Kansas City's favor, 1% going in Jacksonville's favor. So 99 to 1. It is currently 98 to 2, but we'll see if that holds up when we refresh. Now, the money line from Sunday, October 5th, minus 196. So they have increased their value to the bookies. Minus 196 is still at 93% of the betting, 77% going in favor of Jacksonville at plus 164. 99% once again to 1% on the money. Spread from October 1st on Wednesday. 3-point favorites for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now they're 3.5 point favorites. Minus 118 costs going with Kansas City. Minus 104 going with Jacksonville on the spread. 59% of the betting going with Kansas City. 41% of the betting going with Jacksonville. 80% of the money going with Kansas City. 20% going with Jacksonville. Spread odds movements. Sunday, October 5th. Once again, 3-point favorites are the Chiefs. Now we'll see if this holds up. Currently, they are 3.5, so that has changed since yesterday. So still minus 118, minus 104 from yesterday. 67% of the betting going with Kansas City instead of 59% from Wednesday. 41% going in favor of Jacksonville on the spread has turned into 33% going to Jacksonville on the spread. Notice how these odds haven't moved. Minus 118, minus 118, minus 104, minus 104. Currently, it is minus 105, minus 115. That has changed significantly from yesterday. Now, that also, the money is still the same though. 80% going in favor of Kansas City, 20% going in favor of Jacksonville. Now, notice those odds didn't change until the money percentage changed as of this morning, Monday morning. Notice how those odds haven't changed. Minus 118 was still minus 118 from Wednesday as of yesterday. And minus 104 for Jacksonville, that was still the same from yesterday as well from Wednesday on the spread. We'll go over that in a moment. Over, under from Wednesday, October 1st. 46.5. 47.5 turns into 46.5. Minus 102 going over, minus 120 cost going under. 55% of the betting going in favor of the over, 45 under. 73% of the money going over, 27 going under. Sunday, October 5th, 45 and a half. It has been reduced to 45 and a half. Minus 110, minus 110. 63% of the betting going in favor of the over, 37 of the betting going under. 72% of the money going over, 28% of the money going under. Cost went back to even. As of yesterday, currently, the over-under is at minus 108 going over, minus 112 going under. Minus 108 going over, minus 112 going under. Let's see where that was. Okay, so a few hours ago it was minus 105, minus 115. That has turned into minus 108 for the over, minus 112 for the over. Let's see where we're going to refresh the splits, and let's see where they are now. 63-73. Is that still the same as it was? Let's see. Okay, so the over has been reduced to 63. 73% of the money is still the same. So the over has lost money. The over has lost money. And this is based off global sportsbook averages, by the way. And it went from minus 105 to minus 108 currently. To minus 108 currently. Now, you make your money off the spreads, but if you really want to knock home your odds, totals really knock it home if you get them right. Minus 108 cost here, and it reduced in value, indicates that the sports books are adjusting to a possible over in this one. Possibly. Adjusting to a possible over just based off this percentage here. But also watch throughout the day what happens to the cost and what happens to the amount. Because this could go to 46 or 45. And they keep reducing it from 47 to 40 and a half to 46 and a half to 45 and a half. Which is going to entice people to do what? Go over. To continue to go over. Now, but if the game was going to go under, there would be no reason to increase the value in the negative direction, that is, of the over. They keep doing it to entice you to go under. But notice how they're keeping this under at minus 112. And eventually, if this evens up, I'm going to tell you right now, if this evens up to minus 110, that is, minus 110, look to go with the under only if it ends up that way by game time. Go with the under. But as it currently stands, they're doing too much with the over. The over has reduced in percentage in splits. And that's when you want to look towards the over as a possibility. Especially since they keep reducing it and increasing the value. Now, if they kept the value the same or decreased the value, you definitely want to go with the under. But as it currently stands, that's what you want to do. The money line here is, hold on, did the money line change at all? 98, 92. Okay, that has been reduced by a percentage. And their value has reduced as well. So it's still 98, 92. Not a huge significance there. It's still over 90%, still in the green, as you can see right there. But the 78%, the spread has changed from 80 to, Okay, 79 went to 80. 79 went to 78, excuse me. And 69 has become 70. So, okay, both have reduced by a percentage. Basically, the ones on top are reducing by a percentage currently. Jacksonville is gaining some sort of advantage. That's when the sharps, of course, the sharps bet late. The sharps are coming in now, placing their bets. People have done their analytics all weekend. But if the sharps are the heavy bettors that bet late, that's another name for them. But the 78% here and the 69% here, let's see where. Okay, the spread is still at 105 minus 115. As long as that 105 is there, it looks safe And that has become minus, instead of 110, that has become minus 105 to minus 115. So, if that were the case, where Kansas City were to take the spread and the money line, obviously, and they reduced that to minus 105. As I told you, minus 105s hit quite often, especially in baseball, but especially in football as well, especially when they reduce it late, as they are now. And it's getting most of the percentage, high percentage, obviously. When they reduce that like that, they look safe right now. But monitor how they're adjusting these costs, because they're adjusting these costs quite frequently based off of 1% off. Think about that. Bet late for this one, I suggest. On the Patreon, I also have props, and we're going to do quite a few parlays. Like I said, we hit quite a few yesterday. The Titans money line, the New England money line, Washington money line, we killed it. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. You guys take care. Pray every day. I've been Scott. Take care.